Welcome, man. I want to welcome everybody to the Urban Minds podcast, man. Where we're going to discuss some of the latest political news in the urban community that pertains to the urban community, man. I hope everybody's feeling blessed, man. I hope everybody uh, is putting God first today. And again, I want to welcome you all in. I want to thank everybody for the support. Don't forget to follow the Urban Minds podcast, hosted by Harry J. Hicks, man, where we talk about political. We're going to talk about some political news. This is the political channel, the urban that deals with the urban community. And like I said again, man, I want to thank everybody, man, for tuning in. You can catch this episode on Facebook, catch this episode on TikTok, Instagram. You know what I mean? Just follow the Urban Minds podcast, man. Don't forget to comment, man. Don't forget to like and don't forget to share this episode. But again, man, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about probably one of the most popular presidents we've ever had, man. That's Donald Trump. One thing we can say about Donald Trump, whether we like him or hate him, man, is that he makes us pay attention to what's going on in politics as well as the president of our country, you know, and not no knock on Joe Biden, you know what I mean. Even though I didn't agree with a lot of Joe Biden's policies, I would say, you know, it was like Trump brings a certain type of excitement to you know what I'm saying, the president of the United States. You know, I feel like he's in line the conversation with former President John F. Kennedy, God rest his soul, and Barack Obama. Is that just a certain type of energy that comes with a president like Donald Trump? You know, like I said, you can hate him or love him, but you know what I'm saying, he really gets us to pay attention to what's going on in politics, you know what I mean, in this country, you know what I mean? So I will say that. Again, man, I'm thanking y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for joining me. Appreciate the support, man. You can now donate to this channel, man. You can make a one-time donation. You can follow, you can subscribe to this channel. You know what I mean? Again, it's the Urban Mind Podcast. And I'm just here, man, to give it to you. Like I said, a lot of this is on my opinion, but and just the latest topics, man, in the political news affecting the urban communities, man, the urban culture, you know what I mean? But again, man, thank y'all for tuning in. So we're gonna start with, man, Trump's last minute decision to go big on January 6th pardons took many allies by surprise. You know what I mean? They say he ain't pardoning more than 1,500 supporters charged in the January 6th attack. Trump went further than he had suggested just a month earlier. Even his allies was like a little surprised by the move, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, and again, like I said, I know a lot of people are upset, don't like Trump, especially the Democrats or whatever. But like I said, at the same time, he's our president. We're gonna have to support him one way or the other, whether we like it or not. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically. But we're gonna get into saying, you know what I mean, Washington, President Donald Trump's decision to pardon virtually every person charged in connection with the January 6, 2021 attack on U.S. Capitol was made at the last minute as the inauguration approached, and it surprised some of his supporters and aides. And you know, they want to say, man, he is who he is, a person who worked on Trump's transition team told NBC News. Expectations are sometimes set as best as can be expected, and sometimes they change quickly. You know, it said two officials who worked on Trump's transition said the decision to do a sweeping pardon was made just days before the inauguration. They like like others interviewed for this article were granted anonymity to share details for private of private discussions. So it's like I said, it caught a lot of people by surprise, man. You know, and a lot of people feel that no, like he's the president, he gets to pardon whoever he chooses to pardon. You know, again, whether we like it or not, like you know, I don't agree with the decision, me personally, but that's just my personal view. You know what I'm saying? They committed crimes. Um, and again, when I talk about the urban community, man, meaning mostly communities of color. Even though we got gentrification coming up, a lot of gentrification being done now. You know what I mean? Like, and we have to ask ourselves, man, if we was in these positions, what would we do? See, that's why we have to start, and that's why I say sometimes you got to put yourself in other people's shoes. We got our friends, you know what I'm saying, our people, our families, and you know what I'm saying. If we got the power to pardon certain people, what would we do? Even though you know what I mean, a crime is a crime, you know what I mean. But at the same time, you have to look at these things, man, from a different perspective, and we can't just hold our personal feelings or personal grudges against individuals. And I think that's what a lot of us do. We hold our grudges and our, you know what I mean, our feelings get the best of us sometimes, and emotions and things of that nature. And we say, oh, I would never do that, but you won't know what you would do when you're in a particular situation, you know what I'm saying? So we don't know how we would handle it. That's why, it's best to just sit back and look, man, and see that. I know, you know what I mean? I don't feel that it's right for him to pardon these people. These people really pose a threat to our so-called democracy, you know what I mean? So it's like, how could he do that? And they say just about everybody, people lost their lives in that riot, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, we just have to look at uh, the road ahead, see what we can do, man. And we, like I said, we have to start benefiting for what's best for ourselves. Start voting for what's best for ourselves, man, instead of following a party and being misled, misguided. You know what I mean? Because and I don't think that he particularly won the election. I just feel that we lost the election. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say that for the Democratic people. They lost the election. He didn't win it. Like I said, the issues that they had, their policies wasn't resonating with a lot of people in this country. You know what I'm saying? Again, they try to, you know what I'm saying, put guilt on certain people, certain individuals, make other people feel guilty for who they're voting for. But we have to look at, like I said, it's deeper than that. But yeah, so Trump pardoning, you know what I mean, a lot of people, man, and you know what I'm saying, a lot of people upset, based on the Capitol riots or whatever, man. So it's crazy, but it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do some other. I'm gonna step into some other political um things. That says right here, man. Republicans face some criticism. It goes on to say, you know what I mean, as Trump takes office, Republicans face a high stakes clash over his legislative agenda. With a slim House majority and complex policy questions to resolve, congressional Republicans are at odds over the best strategy to advance Trump's policy priorities. You know what I'm saying? So it's saying with his political standing at an all-time high, President Donald Trump took the oath of office Monday amid a growing feud among congressional Republicans over how to deliver on his policy agenda. GOP leaders on Capitol Hill said they would advance Trump's sweeping plans for immigration, domestic energy, and the tax code on party lines. That means squeezing them through the party's wafer-thin House majority and complying with the arcane Senate budget processing, which cutting out Democrats and bypassing filibusters will require limiting the policies to spending and taxes. And that's why the immigration, the migrants crisis brought about higher taxes for the American people. So a lot of people are starting to be in line with that. It was like, you know what I mean? Like our tax dollars can go towards uh, something else, man, instead of, you know what I'm saying, the giving trillions of dollars for the immigrants to be put up in hotels and getting uh, debit cards and things of that nature. So they're saying that money can be put back into the American economy and back into American families' pockets. So like I said, we this is this is what they're saying. We have to sit back and see how it turns out. But it says while Trump promised to begin issuing a flurry of executive orders on day one, they would be constrained by the law and the courts. Making good on many of his promises will depend on action from Congress. So still, and that's why we have to get it. We can't get it twisted that because just because Trump or whoever the president is say that this is what they want to do, this is their policy, you still got to get everybody else to get on board. You know what I'm saying? So that's mainly their party, the majority. We have to see, you know what I mean, how if they're going to vote for much of these policies or they're going to vote against it. And it's a very thin line. Like it's not like they got a big majority control of the House. You know what I'm saying? So the Democrats will still get a say in whatever his policies are. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, just because he's put something, come up with a policy or whatever, that don't mean that it's automatically going to go through. At the end of the day, you still got they still got to have a congressional hearing and a congressional vote on on these policies. So it's just executive orders he can pretty much, you know what I mean, try to push through. But again, like some of those can face legal actions, as I said stated on yesterday. So it doesn't automatically means that he can push those policies through. So it's just the Senate Republicans led by Majority Leader Jim Thune of South Dakota plan to pursue a two-track strategy: one smaller bill to boost border security funding, and another later in the year for more complicated pursuits like extending the expiring Trump tax cuts. So Trump is trying to, you know what I'm saying, that we have the major tax cuts, you know what I'm saying, which I think would be a good thing on the American people. And like I said, with the migrant crisis, you know what I'm saying, I'm not blaming everything on the migrant crisis, but I think we spent a lot of unnecessary money, you know what I'm saying, with the Ukraine war and things like that. Like America spent a lot of money on on these issues. You know what I'm saying? That could have been, you know what I'm saying, in our back in our pockets. So yeah, so we you know, like I said, man, we just gonna have to trust the process. He's the president. We're gonna have to try to figure this thing out together as a country. And like I said, we need to stop all the bickering and fighting, man. If America is gonna be America, we have to stop all the bickering and fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't take our taxpayers' dollars and take care of other individuals. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm against, and I feel that that's why we've been doing the past 4 years or so, man. Like we was taking our dollars, and you know what I'm saying. I know they're saying it's a part of protecting our country, at the same time, but you know, America sometimes we tend to extend our hand a little too long, and that stretches our economy and you know what I mean, and our households thin. You know, so we're gonna see how this push forward. And it says Social Security recipients. You know what I mean? So he got the issue. He's still talking about Social Security. They don't know if he's going to cut it or how that's going to go. But Senator Dick Durbin, who's a Democrat in Illinois, the ranking member of the Judiciary Committee, said Democrats would be prepared to bring parliamentary challenges to the GOP's immigration measures and strip out policies that don't comply with the so-called Burr Rule. We expecting quite a few battles on immigration. So yeah, the immigration, man, it's still a touchy subject. You know what I mean? It's a big subject, like Trump said, or like the Republicans are saying that they had a few issues with immigration. They're saying with the crime, you know what I'm saying, people coming from prisons from other countries, you know what I'm saying, coming over here committing crimes, you know what I mean, and things of that nature, with these gangs, you know what I mean, these gangs from these other countries, you know what I'm saying, coming together, like I said, that was with the crime or whatever, and then with our taxpayer dollars going to housing and feeding the migrants and things like that. It's like taking the money from the American families, from the American people. You know what I mean? So that's a big you know, and then they also was is asking Trump, this bishop at an inaugural prayer service urges Trump to have mercy on LGBTQ children immigrants. You know what I mean? So you know, so there's other policies, man, that Trump, you know, it's a lot of things that Trump is trying to. It's most of this, the immigration, the DEI, the DEI bill. You know what I'm saying? So those are the two issues that Trump is really and cutting taxes. You know what I mean? You know, we know we've had this is a lot. You know, we had this all the time. Oh, we're gonna cut taxes. We're gonna save the American people money or whatever. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, at the same time, man, it's you know, we have to pay attention to these politics, man, because this is our I feel like America's on the brink of this is a make or break campaign right here for Trump, man. This is a make or break campaign right here. You know what I mean? His presidency. You know what I mean? Whether you know, so we just gonna have to see what he does, man. I'm hoping he made the best of it. Like I said, that's all we can do now is hope that he made the best of it, especially for the urban people, man. Like we've been through a lot. We've been this way, that way. They're telling us this is what they're gonna do, and a lot of the policies, man, like geared towards keeping America. I want to say the old America, where you know what I'm saying, you got the powers that be here, and you have us like the urban community, the minorities. They say, you know what I'm saying, they're keeping us in a certain position. You know what I mean, and a lot of people try to go against the status quo, and this is why I say like with the issue with I'm just bringing that up real quick with the issue with Drake. And even Diddy, like when you go against these big corporations, which is run by the powers that be, it's like they got a way of putting you in your place and showing you, like, look, this is what it is, man. You either can, like, it's either this is the same we used to say back in the day, man. You either can get down or lay down, you know what I mean? And that's what it's about, man. It's, you know, so at the end of the day, you know, and Stephen A. said it best. I watched one of his podcasts and one of his episodes, and he was like, you know, it's I don't think like as some, you know, and I'm a black man. I want to win too. I want to be, you know what I mean? I want to be successful. You know what I mean? I understand how we feel in this culture, like, you know, but at the end of the day, America's set up to be this way. America's set up to be a certain way, and not to say that we can't make significant change. Yes, we can make significant change, but you're not going to take over. I don't think that's going to ever happen in this country. And as we see, when you go against these certain people, certain individuals, they've got a way of putting you in your place, man. They got a way of shutting everything down, like you see with Diddy, you see it with Bill Cosby. You know what I mean? So, but at the end of the day, and like I can even go back to Dr. King and Malcolm X, man. They don't like going against the powers that be is I won't say it's a losing battle, but you just got to figure out a way, man, to like I said, you can build your people up, bring your people along, but you have to know that it's a certain line that's not going to be crossed. And I ain't saying that it can't happen or whatever. Don't take that the wrong way. I ain't saying that it can't happen, but all I'm saying is, man, it's a certain line that you know what I mean? That once you cross that line, you know, you can end up losing everything, even your life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but you know, like I said, man, do your homework, man. Do your research. You know what I mean? Don't listen to what everybody's telling you. You know what I'm saying? Check things out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it's 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 not a easy task, but sometimes I like to say you got to humble yourself. You know what I mean? And but try to get yours too at the same time. So, you know what I'm saying? You can't win in America, man. You can win, but you just have to know how to play the game, and you know certain things that you're not going to be able to do, no matter how your intentions might be good. But then you got the powers that be that has a certain setup in this country, man. That's what it is, and you know what I'm saying. And it's like sometimes you got to go along to get along. That's just what it is. But I'm gonna say to you one more thing, man, and say how an NYC real estate tycoon became Trump's man in the room for Gaza negotiations. You know what I'm saying? So I want to get into that. So you know they stay in Gaza. They're trying to figure this. They negotiating with the Gaza. Let's say Steve Witkoff, man, the president-elect special envoy to the Middle East, is no diplomat. Instead, he brought New York real estate experience to help forge the deal between Israel and Hamas. You know what I'm saying? He was Donald Trump's man in the room as a ceasefire and hostage release deal was forged between Israel and Hamas. But Steve Witkoff is no diplomat despite his appointment as the president-elect special envoy to the Middle East. You know what I'm saying? But he, you know what I'm saying, he's a good negotiator. You know what I'm saying? He's a negotiator, and it's about land. You know, the Gaza, they've been fighting for land for centuries. So that's what it's about. You know what I mean? It's about who has rights to the Gaza Strip, basically. You know what I mean? Israel feel like they got the rights. Hamas feel like they have rights to the land. So they brought in a guy who knows about real estate, meaning he knows about land. He knows about land purchasing. You know what I'm saying? So such on and so forth. So he's probably trying to broker the deal that, look, y'all can have this, y'all can have this, everybody can win. You know what I mean? So that's why he, like they say, he's not a diplomat, but he knows real estate, and that's basically what Israel and Hamas have been fighting for forever, is the real estate. You know what I'm saying? Gaza is a prime real estate. You know what I mean? Of course, you have to know there's some resources there, things of that nature. It's where anybody, whoever owns that land can thrive, and that's why they're fighting for. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why they brought Witkoff in, so he's going to broker those deals. It's like he's brokering a deal. Look, y'all can take this, y'all take that. Look, everybody can win. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's just the episode, man. There's some of the political things that's going on. Like I'm saying, we're on Trump right now because at the same time, I would like to keep a close eye on what's going on in the political world. Right now, these are some of the biggest political issues, you know what I mean, in this country right now, man. And again, I want to thank y'all for joining me, man. I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? Catch me on we got some entertainment news coming up on the next segment. Check that out, man. Again, man, love and peace always. I love y'all, man. Thanks for the support. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Wherever you see the Urban Minds podcast hosted by Jay Hicks, subscribe. I'm here to educate and inform our communities of what's going on who might not want to look at uh, the main media, you know what I mean, the big media news corporations and things of that nature. And I'm giving it to you from a real perspective, you know what I mean, as just an ordinary American citizen, you know what I'm saying, which most of us are, you know what I mean. But again, man, I love y'all. Again, don't forget to subscribe on Castro's, man, Riverside FM. I'll be sending the link out everywhere. Catch me on YouTube, you know what I'm saying. They're going to send me to Spotify. I'm coming to Spotify soon. Again, man, I love y'all, man. I thank y'all for being there, for your support. Peace.